Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Monday, November 10. In Squiz Kids Today, the world stops for Remembrance Day. Kiwis win the footy, spelling bee champs take a bow, and Mouse the lion dog. That's what's making news, kids style.
The Lowdown.
Tomorrow morning, when the clock strikes 11, millions of people around the world will stop what they are doing and pause for a minute's silence. In Australia, in schools and workplaces all over the country, people will pause to reflect. In England, it's the same. In France, air raid sirens will ring out across the capital of Paris, and people will stop in their tracks, even as they are walking down the street. And all because tomorrow is Remembrance Day, or Armistice Day as it's called in some other countries. A day to remember those who have died in war, so that we might enjoy the freedoms we enjoy today, and largely take for granted. So, why November 11? Because at 11 a.m. on that date, back in 1918, the guns fell silent on the Western Front, a famous battlefield in World War I, in a place called Flanders, which is now modern-day Belgium. After 4 years of war and millions of lives lost, the fighting stopped. And eventually, where once there were cannons and barbed wire and tanks, green paddocks once again sprouted up with wild red poppies growing in them. Which is why tomorrow you'll see lots of people wearing a red poppy lapel pin to commemorate. Lest we forget.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Ireland. Bonnie Ireland, where locals had the fright of their lives when they spotted what they thought was a lion roaming the local woods. Now, I don't know how much you know about lions in their natural habitat, but the green meadows of the Emerald Isle, as Ireland is sometimes known, are not their natural habitat. Police were called and officers were dispatched, only for them to discover it was no lion at all, but rather a very large, shaggy dog that had just had a very interesting haircut. The dog, a breed called Newfoundland, renowned for their size and shaggy coat, had been shaved except for a fluffy band of hair around its head and a tuft of fuzz at the end of its tail. So, you know, totally giving lion. The dog's name? Mouse. Because clearly its owners have a sense of humour. I've stuck a link to a video with pictures of Mouse in today's episode notes, and a shout out to those classrooms who use an actual world globe each day and spin it to locate the country that we land in. And yes, I'm looking at you, Mrs. Blaine, and Class S2B from NRL Public School.
Sport time!
One of the great sporting spectacles of the past month has been the NRL Pacific Championships, which has seen the likes of Samoa, Tonga and New Zealand go up against one another, with some of the game's biggest names flying the flag for their home countries. Yes, the sporting action has been great, and we'll come to that in a moment, but mostly it's been the proud displays of Pacifica culture. The incredibly enthusiastic flag-waving crowds and touching moments of national pride that players who are household names clearly feel for their Pacific Island homelands. Which is why yesterday's final between New Zealand and Samoa was just so great. In the end, despite dominating in the first half, Samoa eventually went down to New Zealand by 36 points to 14. On the other side of the earth, the Kangaroos made it a clean sweep against England, winning the third and final match of the Ashes Test series by 30 points to 8. And unfortunately, the Wallabies lost to Italy over the weekend. And let's just agree that the less that's said about that, the better.
Squiz Kids salutes.
Attention Narellan Vale Public School in Sydney's southwest. Do you read me? And are you aware that you have a state champion in your midst this morning? I'm talking about your very own Finn McGhee, the best speller in all of New South Wales. And that's because Finn spelt his way to victory on Friday in the New South Wales Premier's Spelling Bee, where he outspelt 200,000 contenders from about 1,000 public schools to make the finals in Penrith and show off just how well he knows his way around the English language. Think you could stand on a stage under bright lights in front of a huge crowd and spell pachyderm, besiege, inundate, or innuendo? Because that's what Finn and a pack of equally clever finalists did last week. After 4 hours of sudden death competition, it came down to Finn and the runner-up Sukaina Kazmi from Chester Hill Public School. Chester Hill, one of my favourites. Shout out to you all there. And in the final round, Sukaina got tripped up by the word sabbatical, where Finn got the medical term subcutaneous and knocked it out of the ballpark. subcutaneous, in case you were wondering. And it means under the skin. So, to all of you champion spellers out there, including Finn and Sukaina, Squiz Kids salutes you.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What is the flower that grew in the fields of Flanders after the fighting of World War I had ended? Yep, well done if you said red poppy. Question number 2. Which team won the Pacific Championships NRL final yesterday? Yeah, it was the Kiwis. Well done, New Zealand. Question number 3. What was the name of the dog mistaken for a lion in Ireland? Yeah, that's right. His name was Mouse.
Shout-outs.
It's Monday, November 10. Today is a special day for Tucker, the French bulldog who's the unofficial mascot of the Squiz. He belongs to my friend Claire, who runs the Big Squiz, and we all affectionately call Tucker the Farter-in-Chief. Because, well, use your imagination. Happy birthday, Tuck. Today's also a special day for a whole lot of Squiz kids celebrating a birthday today and tomorrow, so settle in. And happy birthday then to Ben from Belmont, Angus from Axel from Bullara, Jaden from Pimble, Aaron from The Vines, Raymond, Jasmine and Mason from Riverwood, Jamie from St Ives, Jackson from Albany Creek, Arabella from Rewick, Oscar B from Camden Park, Anisha from Sydney, Jeddah from Wollongong, Ryan from Vermont South, Kai from Geelong, James from Waterford, Erin from Yagoona, Vivan from Marsden Park, almost there, Nicholas from Coogee, Pandelis from Illawong, Angela from Canberra, and Henry, who's listening all the way over there in San Diego in the United States. And belated birthday shout-outs go to Charlie from Brisbane, Madeline from Maitland, Cheza from Mortdale, John from Revesby, Jack from Kingsgrove, Tom from Melbourne, and Nick from Randwick. And today's classroom shout-outs go to Class 6 Red with Mr Lawler at Mater Dei Catholic Primary School in Wagga Wagga, Class 5 6Z with Miss Zhang at St Peter's Primary School in Clayton, Class 3G with Mr Green at Sydney Grammar School, and Class 5M with Miss Quacha at Ropes Crossing Public School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you're after a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again tomorrow with Episode 5 of Planet Warriors, where we meet Scraps, the super-connected superhero of bioenergy. What's bioenergy? It's energy that comes from organic material. Think food scraps, algae, plants, vegetable oils, and even poo. Yep. If you want to find out how human poo could be powering the houses and cars of tomorrow, be sure to tune in on this podcast channel or via our website. And teachers, remember, Christy has created an excellent series of classroom worksheets for each episode, the perfect term for activity. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.